Alright, so what's up everyone and welcome to my first gold gun guide of Modern Warfare 2. Now today we are going through the assault rifles. Now this year it's a lot easier to get gold than previous years, and I do understand that. However, there are probably a few challenges that you guys are struggling on that you have to do for these assault rifles, and I'm going to be talking about the more difficult ones in today's video. The next easy gold I'll be doing will be the melees, so the riot shield and the combat knife. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. In the next couple of days or so that'll be going out then. But if you are new around here and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more gold gun guides here on the channel for every weapon in the game, maybe even DLC weapons when they come out. But alongside that, I'm going to be posting a ton of videos on Modern Warfare 2 as I have been, just live comms. I'll be posting Warzone 2 videos when that comes out, funny moments, S&D funny moments, you know, all that good stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. With all that out of the way, we're going to get right into the guide. Now what I'm going to do to begin with is go through every single weapon for in the assault rifles class at the moment, and I'm going to list off every single camo that they have, or rather camo challenge. So the M4, you need to get 50 kills with ADS, 10 double kills and 15 kills from behind. The TAC 56, you need to get 50 kills, 10 double kills, 50 ADS kills and 15 hipfire kills. The Cast-Off 762, you need 50 kills, 20 mounted kills, 50 ADS kills, and 15 kills from behind. The Lockman 556, you need to get 50 kills, 10 double kills, 50 kills using suppressors, and 10 hipfire kills. The STB 556, you need 50 kills, 20 mounted kills, 10 double kills, and 30 kills while crouched. The M16, you need 50 kills, 10 double kills, 30 kills while crouched, and 20 mounted kills. The Cast-Off 74U, you need 50 kills, 15 point-blank kills, 10 double kills, and 30 kills while crouched. And finally, the Cast-Off 45, you guessed it, 50 kills, 10 hipfire kills, 50 ADS kills, and 50 kills with a suppressor. So my first recommendation for this video, I think all camos should be done in either hardpoint, domination, invasion, or ground war. Now, for invasion and ground war, there's going to be specific camos that require these two game modes. But for your normal 6v6, I think hardpoint is your best bet. That's where you get the most action, you get the most kills in that game, so I think that's going to be the best game mode for you guys. If you want to play modes like domination and TDM and control or whatever, that's up to you guys, but I think hardpoint and domination are your two best bets. If you just want to play one game mode, I think hardpoint all the way. So instead of going through every single gun and giving you guys tips and tricks for each one, I've grouped the camo challenges because some of these are universal, some of them aren't. So we're going to be going through each individual type of camo challenge and my recommendation. Now for the 50 kills, I think you guys should be okay with this, to be honest. Same with the ADS kills. We're not going through every single one, obviously. I'm going to start off with the kills from behind and your point-blank kills. Now, I've grouped these two together because they are sort of one and the same. You can do them simultaneously if you want to. You can do them individually, which I sort of did. I did them as I unlocked them. But I have two sorts of playstyles for these camo challenges. I think that your best bet is either going to be flanking people with your dead silence, your cold-blooded, your ghost, you know, that kind of stuff. Or I think bum rushing people is going to be your best bet. You know, I think just running at people and, you know, just getting into the action is going to be your best bet. You'd be surprised how many people you catch off guard and you can get behind when you just run at people. It's actually very surprising. But yeah, especially with your point blank kills, I think just rush the objective, just run on there, get as close to people as you can and try and kill them. With your behind kills, you'll most likely end up behind people anyway because people just like to bum off objective in this game. If those are too hard for you though and you're not finding success in your hardpoint or domination, this is where I think you should hop in invasion or ground war. Now, these game modes, people are a little less switched on. You know, it's a much more casual game mode, so you can flank people a lot easier. You can run around them, get behind them, get up close and shoot them in the back for your behind kills and point blank kills. This is a tactic I used in Black Ops Cold War to get the point blank kills. I haven't tried it in this game because I haven't needed to, but I imagine it's going to be even easier because people are, like I said, less switched on. There's a lot more action going on, so people aren't really as switched on, you know, listening for footsteps, that kind of stuff. So you can literally run around the outside of the map, come behind people and kill them that way. Next up is your double kills. Now for this one, I think just completely play aggressively, just rush people. The best tip I have, do not value your life too much. I see a lot of people in this game, just in COD in general, who they get 1 or 2 kills and they play really scared. They, you know, they backtrack, they reload, they post up. If you're going for double kills, you don't want to do that. People are not going to come to to you, you need to go to them. So you need to rush people, you need to get your double kills by running at the enemy. If you get one kill and you value your life too much and you're trying to go for a kill streak or whatever, you're not going to get your double kills. You don't have much time in this game to get them. They aren't very forgiving in this game, so you need to get one. You need to just run as hard as you can to the next person. And the only thing I'd really recommend in terms of a loadout, fast hands is probably going to be the best bet for quick reloads if you need to, let's say. So I highly recommend that for your double kills, but other than that, just play aggressively, play the objective. Even just sitting on the hard point, people will come to you in terms of the hard point if you're playing objective. So I think that's going to be the best way to do that. Hipfire kills, I think this one's going to be very self-explanatory. Use attachments that tighten that hipfire. Now, the best way you can see which ones do more or less, use the firing range. We have one in this game, so put on the Merc foregrip, you know, hop in the firing range, see how tight that hipfire is. Maybe swap one attachment out or use another, and just get as tight as you can. Number one tip for this, don't try and long shot people. Don't try and shoot people from 20 plus meters away. You want to get as close as you can with this, not too close, otherwise you're going to be aiming all over the place, especially without aim assist. But you want to get relatively close, within like 5 to 15 meters, I'd say. And like I said, don't try and long shot people. If you're trying to shoot someone from beyond 15-20 meters, just aim in, get the kill and move on. Mounted kills, I think, are actually quite straightforward. Deployable cover is going to be your best friend. Just set this down literally wherever you want, wherever you think the enemy is going to come from. Set it down, mount behind it. Now, the one thing I'd say for mounted kills as well, don't try and long shot people with this. It's not Modern Warfare 20. You don't need to go for long shot as well as mounted kills. It's just mounted kills. So mount somewhere where it's going to be a choke point, somewhere like the middle of Farm 18, where you know people are going to come from. Mount our doorway and shoot people as they come in. I know it's a bit ratty, it's a bit sentinel, but it's what you gotta do for these camos, you know. Also, once again, hard point coming in clutch. Get on the hard point, mount our doorway, watch a certain angle where you know people are going to come from, and just see the mounted kills just come flooding through. It's the easiest way to do it. Crouching kills, I think, are very straightforward. If you see an enemy, you're about to get into a gunfight, hit crouch, just go down and shoot them. I think a lot of people do this anyway, especially with drop shot. It's like a half drop shot. If you have a Series 2 controller or a scuff controller, it's a lot easier. But if you don't have that and you can't press B and aim at the same time, if you know somebody's going to be somewhere, or you think an enemy's going to be around the corner, crouch before you engage. Get ready for the gunfight. And if that isn't working for you, just crouch around the map. Get to somewhere like the middle of Farm 18 where it's a close quarters area, and just crouch walk around. So those are all the base camo challenges that I think are the hardest. Next up, we have our gold challenge, which is 3 kills without dying 10 times. Now, I personally think this is really easy, especially compared to things like Bloodthirsties we've had in the past. But some people might be struggling with this, maybe some of the lower skill people. So I just want to say, when you're going for your first and second kill with these 3 kills without dying, just don't value your life. Just bum rush people. Just play even as you normally would. Just go for those first and 2 kills without even thinking about it. Once you're one off, you might want to play a little bit more defensively, but you don't want to overthink it. You don't want to go sit in a corner and be like, oh, I'm one off, I need to get this gunfight, I need to get this gunfight. You know, you don't need to overthink it, otherwise you're just going to end up dying. If you overthink the next gunfight, chances are you're going to choke it. So don't overthink it. Just carry on playing as you normally would, but have in the back of your mind, you need to win this one. Equipment that I recommend, your UAVs, portable radar, bomb squad, ghost, even using mines to cover a possible camping spot. Let's say you're one off and you know, it's your last one, let's say. If you want to, camp in a room, whatever, some mines might go a long way. But the main 2 things I think of in terms of equipment and perks, survivability and intel. Those are going to be your 2 best friends. That's why I say UAVs and bomb squad. You want to know where the enemies are. You want to hide your position, and you don't want to run to a claymore and die. So that's why I recommend some of that equipment. I personally did the best while just rushing, and to be honest, not even going for them. I'm a rusher player, and I think I'm above average in terms of the player base. So I think I can just run around, not even think about it, and get it done. But for the people who might, not be as good, just don't sit in one corner all game. If you want to play as a sentinel and, just sit in a corner or watch one way or whatever, that's fine, but don't stay there all game, because people like me are going to end up targeting you and going for you, and you don't want that if you're one off a kill streak. Try and manage how much you camp, otherwise people will literally target you, and make sure you don't get the 3 kills without dying. So just keep that in mind. I should mention that gold challenge is the same across every single assault rifle, so it's not going to change. That's the same for the next 2 as well. So our plat challenge is 25 long shots. Now, The long shot in this game, I think, is around about 35 meters, or it might be 30 meters. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of places you can do this in 6v6. There's the alleyway down the middle of Mikado. There's pretty much the entirety of Tarak. On El Asilo, you can go out into the forest, look down on the main building, or you can go on the other side of the map on that 2-story building and just camp in the window. There's the middle of Hotel. You can look down that entire way and hope someone's going for him as well. There's a long sight line on one of the sides of Raceway, not the B flag, the other side. There's also in the middle of Embassy, or the windows in Embassy. Those are two very good, strong positions. But I did my long shot in Ground War and Invasion. These are larger scale modes. These are massive scale modes, rather. These modes make the distance a lot easier to cover. You know, 40 meters in 6v6 is hard to do, but in Ground War, that's pretty much every engagement. Now, I didn't really camp in one spot and try and pick people off with my assault rifles. I sort of just ran around, and I went for the gunfights where people were further away. I wouldn't just sit in one spot and let people come to me like you would in 6v6. I would sort of run around and just sort of look for those long sight lines, because yeah, there's like 60 odd people in the game, so you are going to find those people. One thing I should mention as well, when the ping comes back to the game, use this to your advantage. You know, sit in one spot, ping somewhere and see, right, is it above 35 meters? If it is, stay there. If it isn't, try and move to a location that is. But one thing I'd say for Ground War, there's a lot of people sniping in this game. There's a lot of people who camp in the back of the map and just use snipers. Don't try and out-snipe them. Don't go 200 meters back to your spawn and try and shoot them, because they will just kill you. Instead, try and get as close as possible while keeping their long shot at the same time, so you have the advantage in that gunfight. In terms of a specific spot on Ground War and Invasion, I didn't use one. You can pretty much just run around the map and just shoot people from a long distance. If you know someone's camping in a certain spot, or you know a certain place is a hotspot for people, try and camp in a position where you can shoot them. But other than that, I don't think there's a specific spot for this. Tarak is a really good map for Ground War and Invasion. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. Now, the final challenge, the Polyatomic challenge, is 25 headshots. Now, I don't think it's going to be too hard. I think headshots in this game are really easy. But if you are having trouble, use your low zoom clear sights. So, you know, your 1x red dot sights, they're going to be your best. You want low recoil builds on your assault rifles. Tier 1 mode as well, or hardcore, is going to be your best friend if you're struggling with these. I always use hardcore when I need headshots in COD. Other than that, it's just the generic tips. You know, aim high, ignore your KD. That's the best thing I can say. You might go 15 and 36 in one game, but those 15 kills are all headshots. You're almost done with your camo. So don't think about your KD while doing this. I personally don't think you need to overcomplicate this challenge. I think once I get around to it, I can just bang it out in a couple games just without even going for it. But don't go for them, I think is my main tip. Let it happen naturally. Just play normally. If you care about your KD, keep doing well. And when it does happen, when you get that Polyatomic, feel good about it and move on to your next gun. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If any of these tips helped you, make sure you show your support on this video. If you want to see any more classes that you want to see me get platinum and do a guide on, let me know down in the comments below. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.